Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with John Kay and Sally Nugent.
Hello, it's 6 o'clock. Here are our headlines.
And we will be talking to the author of that report later on in the programme. But now John has more of today's news.
Thanks, Sally.
Weather forecast, and I know exactly who to talk to all about it, because that's...
We'll go live to the Isle and speak to Fergus, who will be joined by campaigners and politicians from both sides.
But now, 6:20, let's have a look at this morning's newspapers. And today there's a story that's caught my eye in the Mirror. It's about Manchester United, who are, of course, going to go and play at Wembley for the FA Cup final. And the announcement that if you are a member of family for a player, you won't get your transport paid for to that final, which is a new thing. And it's a cost-saving thing by Sir Jim Radcliffe, who, as we know, is a very canny businessman and probably trying to save a few quid here and there, despite the fact that, I'm just going to check these numbers, according to Deloitte, United pulled in revenue of £640 million last year, but they do actually have a debt which is around, it's a credit-like facility of £710 million, and they also have a leaky stadium. So maybe he's going to try and fix the roof.
Asserting himself and his financial
yeah.
credibility. Interesting interview in the Radio Times, which is featured in today's Daily Telegraph, with Dame Judi Dench, who's responding to trigger warnings. You know, on television, movies,
oh, yes.
Increasingly at the theatre, you go and see something and there might be a warning beforehand for the audience,
yes.
like be prepared for scenes of a distressing nature, that kind of thing. Well, she said, my God, it must be a pretty long trigger warning before King Lear. And she says she doesn't think people need them. She says if you're sensitive and you worry about these things, don't go to the theatre, don't watch a play. And Sir Ian McKellen made similar response recently ahead of Macbeth. He said, I think it's ludicrous, these trigger warnings. I quite like to be surprised by loud noises and outrageous behaviour on stage. That's the point of theatre.
I suppose, and that's the point of Shakespeare, wasn't it? To show everybody you can be afraid and scared and recover.
Yeah.
But do you not think some shows at the moment are a little bit, I don't know...
The Globe Theatre in
scary?
London, Shakespeare's Theatre, they're saying that, you know, they want to include as many people, invite as many people in as possible from all backgrounds and ages.
But not frighten them.
Exactly, so just make sure people know what they're going to see.
This next story might frighten you.
We need to give a trigger warning.
Are you ready for it? Because this is incredible. A woman who saved her twin sister from the jaws of a crocodile has been recognised by the King for her bravery.
There is at least a positive ending to this
yes.
one, isn't there? Georgia and Melissa Laurie, they were on holiday in Mexico when their trip of a lifetime became the stuff of nightmares, as our reporter Abby Smitten explains. It's an amazing story, isn't it?
Incredible story. And I'm delighted to say that Georgia and Melissa will be joining us here on the sofa at 8:10 to talk in more detail about what they went through.
It's coming up to 6:30. We need to check in with our teams around the UK to get the news, the travel and weather. Where you are. We'll see you in a moment.